Hey everybody, it's Derek with Clash in the North here, bringing you a recap from the Champions War League League Division League um, Week 1 matchup. This one, North Awakens took on OneHive Invicta. We did come out on top with a 1-star victory there, a little bit edgy in percent. Take a look at, scroll through everything they did to our bases. Overall, a little bit of a disappointing war from our 11s. I know for sure we went not nearly close to what we need to do on dips, but our 10s were able to clutch out a victory. And sometimes not everything hits in your wars, so anytime a group can cover up another group's flaws and get you a W through the week, that's always nice. 10s did a great job clearing the 11s, and then got 3 10v10s, so that was super nice. We'll jump into those. We have Wolf coming in. How many runs this? Jaime, whatever in the world being called, is now running this account. So he's doing a suicide hero. We did like a couple variation testing with this plan, just kind of thinking that we could get the queen. Basically like suicide heroes to get that AD and the queen over there at like 9 o'clock. But ended up using this one when we saw everything that happened, and worked out for the best. So in comes that funnel wizard to just kind of wanted to take out that spell factory. So the king goes in because there is a ton of point defense, ton of air targeting defenses up there. Bowler did work clearing out a bunch of trash. Wanted to get that mortar taken care of to funnel. You can see the king went down there, got tons of value, took out tons of defenses, which is awesome. Really helped with the lalo pathing as well. Queen goes ahead, uses that ability, gets that inferno tower down, gets the wizard tower down, which is tons of value. You can start the lalo then, and then the biggest thing, gets that sweeper at the end. I was unsure if she'd be able to do that, but did. Comes the rage spell, just kind of get through that first 80, as well as serve as the rage for the skeleton spell to take out the queen. The hounds are coming in, loses his max hound to the air defense in the core, but then just starts that lalo with the 2 hounds left at 6 o'clock with the haste, freeze on the inferno, everything just moving along. Without that sweeper, this is why it's really important that queen got that, is these loons aren't being impeded at all, so they really move through this base super quickly, just taking out everything, going under that rage. 2 haste spells left. There's that loon for the backside, which is able to almost take down that arch tower, but now the pack of loons is just approaching those point defense, not much they can do. Still has 2 haste in the bag, absolutely smashes this base. I think this was the second of our 30. It was like really big because we had failed 2 dips, I think, at this point. So it was nice to get care of no there. We're down to 10. His other hit here, this is the end of the war. Absolutely clutch. Allowed us to to win this war. Had to have that happen, had to get all this done. So the point here is the queen wants to come in, suicide her for the inferno tower, 2 ADs, then kind of whatever else she can get. The important thing there is that she dies and that she doesn't pop or take out the hound. That she doesn't. Not really critical if she draws the hound, but ideally does not want to have that happen. Pops that ability, goes ahead, takes out the inferno tower. Queen's job is done. That's everything she needed to get. Now it's just kind of to die. In comes the golem, and the bowlers here on the side are gonna wall break in and then jump all the way into the core. And these bowlers get just so much value. It's absolutely ridiculous. With that inferno tower down, goes ahead and poisons that loon. That's kind of the only threat to them. Rages the bowlers. Everything's kind of just, those bowler bounces are just exploding this base. Heals them all back up. It's really good value for everything he was getting. He's staying away from the inferno towers, staying away from a bunch of the giant bombs, and they kind of just start getting them into the core, getting the giant bombs in the core. He basically guts the entire core. Comes in with a lalo. there at 6 o'clock and is just able to have this beautiful pathing. There's nothing in the core, so as these defenses at 6 and 5 o'clock go down, they're just, everything goes right into the Inferno Tower, and from there to the backside of this base. The loons, kind of all low on health here, drops that heal spell for them perfectly. You get them all back up to full health before they get into range of the Wizard Tower, but then even while in range of the Wizard Tower, they're staying at full health till they get on top of it, taking care of business, clearing those out, and then just, you know, once again, just a couple point defense left, and that's just not going to be enough. Has that one archer, that's always like really clutch to do, because it pulls the hound away and keeps the pups from taking out the hound and wasting time and causing any issues. We'll go ahead and get through the cleanup. Awesome 6-pack, man. Like, I know we're all really excited about our season. This was a really tough matchup, so to get this win, it was a total team effort. So it was very, very sweet to see. So next we have Beak coming in. This was our other one, our first 10v10, and just kind of worked on a plan. There was originally an idea. I scouted this with my 9. My final war is a Town Hall 9. But we saw like a small kill squad didn't end up getting nearly the value, so we were like, yeah, we could just do this queen kill that we did and then their business. So the nice thing here is queen pops that ability, takes out the defensive queen, and is taking out that archer tower, and then kind of gets, you know, does take out that cannon. Not like a big deal or gets close to it, but it would have been nice just to help her pathing a little bit. So as all these loons are collapsing around the base, it's kind of unfortunate. They kind of wrap. So here comes the heal spell for the loons at the top half. And we knew this was going to be important because these loons needed to take out the point defense that was up there. He even went ahead and dropped another rage. That was a change from another plan that didn't quite get it done, but it does take out like that expo, and that is, he cleared that whole right side of the base, and that was absolutely beautiful. That right side had been up in a lot of other raids, which caused us a lot of issues. So we went ahead and or he went ahead, Beak went ahead and took care of that. That king staying up just long enough to distract that wizard tower to protect all the loons, and then just clearing the last couple defenses. So easily done. Just great job, Beak. Absolutely needed. As you can see, in a 1-star victory, everybody's attack is just so critical. We're very, very, very happy with everything that happened. Great job. We clear out the rest of this base. We'll take a look at a couple of the 9s. 9s are pretty good. Not a little bit better. Moving forward, we'll be happier. A little bit less stressful plan. So we'll take a look. A couple people got Naj coming in on a 19, and I kind of just wanted to show this attack on a max base. Base with the borders of the outside. It had kind of wizard towers mostly on the outside. So it's just using, I guess people are calling it like the witch slap or something. But some healers, some witches on the sides. They're going to work the funnels, kind of take things out. And then just kind of a Bowie up the middle. So here, or go Bowie. So here comes the golem. It's just going to allow the funnel to be set. To kind of do a little bit of tanking on that point defense. And now the witches, you can see, are just moving around the sides. Just getting tons of nice value. He does end up pulling the CC partial, and then pulls the rest of it to the left side there. That becomes kind of an issue, because like there's the witch coming at the kill squad, and then so he drops that poison there, but unfortunately didn't get the poison out on the baby dragon until a little bit later. So it became quite closer than it needed to be, but luckily the witch it kind of gets distracted by some skeletons. Some witches get over there and take him out. So the kill squad's moving on through, being just really patient with all his spells. Exactly what we wanted to see. A little bit needed that jump spell out earlier there, so everything's moving on through. Goes ahead and we'll drop down the rage and the heal, and now at this point the bowlers can kind of get through anything in the base that matters. The right side witches have already destroyed the right side of the base, and there's just not going to be enough to stop them at this point with those healers up. But as they kind of go down, now it's actually viable for them to die. but the king and queen are taking out the things that could take them out, mostly that wizard tower, and then just killing the rest of the point defense. All those skeletons up are just money in the bank as far as clearing any of the trash and banking for point defense. Naj goes ahead, finishes this up with just some trash on the outside. I feel like this, one reason I kind of want to show this attack is I feel like it's very forgiving. That even if you have some kind of things go wrong, you can take care of it. As you saw, like the baby dragon took out some witches. Now, last up, we have Monkey, because Monkey's awesome, and he did an attack that I absolutely love on their number 27 here. So he's coming in, no bowlers, which is obviously a major plus. Anytime you can not use bowlers, that's always a fun time. So he goes ahead, has the 2 golems in. Wizard's creating this funnel, so it's getting just a nice job. A lot of things are done. Drops that first jump spell, goes ahead, or drops that jump spell. He goes ahead and gets everything into the core. Wants to get 2 AD as the sweeper, as the CC, and that's really it. Anything else is gravy, but will clean up. Knows where knows what CC, knows where all the traps are. Kind of just there were some flaws in some of the other attacks. The monkey comes in and fixes that because good. Because these golems are up tanking, the queen's able to kind of just start gutting this base. And being that level 27 queen does a nice job tanking the point defense when they get on her a little better than what some of the her lower counterparts would do. Queen goes over there, clutches out an expo, and then takes out the air defense, and then he can just go ahead and lalo. No, there's a Tesla farm on the outside, so I want to start over there and get those loons into that Tesla farm as quickly as possible. The haste was a little bit too late, should have been out a little bit further, just to kind of get them into that Tesla farm. Because everything's kind of working around, taking out this base. Does have that 1 hound left. Goes ahead and takes out the troll Tesla, sends in the other hound, and then here's the really awesome part, because the rage spell is going to come down, and the skelly spells, and that's really always awesome. The skellies go, take out the queen, take out the king. Just so much value right there. For a pretty, 4 spell space is not nothing at all, especially at Town Hall 9, where you have less spell space, but it's a pretty good trade when you can do that kind of cheaply, and you don't need a lot of spells in the other parts of the raid. Yeah, Monkey will come in, finish off this 27 here, Swap Nail. I don't know, probably screw up that name too. Goes in, gets everything taken care of, gets us 3-star. We needed that. Everything was super important. I can't thank our 10s enough this war. From the 10v10 to the 10v11, they did everything well. Not ideal on the 10v11, but you know what, they got it done when it was needed most, so great job there. So we'll start out a season 1-0. I don't know how I'm going to say the clan we face next week. It is Varhas-like. I don't know. Never heard of them, but that really doesn't say anything. I only know like 6 clans. So we'll go ahead and see how we do then at that time. So until next time, guys, stay frosty.